Hi, Desert Hot Springs. Scott Mattis, your mayor, coming to you with your March-April 2019 update. This has been a great beginning of the year so far for 2019. Lots of things going on. I'm going to give you a quick update today, and we're going to give you a better update next month on some really detailed projects that are coming to Desert Hot Springs. But I wanted to first talk about the governor's housing plan. A lot of stuff on Facebook and a lot of people misconceiving on exactly what the meeting was about with the governor. The governor in the State of the State called out the city of Desert Hot Springs as one of 47 cities in the state of California that weren't in housing compliance with their general plan. The state of Desert Hot Springs was in financial crisis many years ago, and because of that could not afford to get this housing compliance report done. So with that said, the Desert Hot Springs City Council made it a priority in the last City Council back in 2017 to get our housing compliance done. It's taken us a couple years. We're going to be finishing our housing compliance portion of our general plan here in the near future, meaning August and September. We're in environmentals right now. We're 80% complete with it. And the governor called all cities out and tried to put them in a box. I didn't think that was fair, and they called a meeting with all the mayors, and 17 of the 47 mayors showed up in Long Beach to talk with the governor about it. We were one of a few cities that were able to tell a story about why we were not in housing compliance and how we will be soon, and how the governor's not going to sue a city like ours just because we're working towards it. So it was a good meeting with the governor to talk about housing compliance. We do think it's still unfair on how many housing units we have to have on low income, and we really need to talk about affordable income. And if the governor is actually going to have an item in the next budget that's about $750 million for housing assistance, then we want to see that put towards incentives for developers in Desert Hot Springs to build affordable houses. Now that's not low income, that's affordable. Affordable means that you can own a home. Have a mortgage anywhere from $1,000 to $1,800 a month would be affordable for most working families. And that's what we're moving towards. We want to get people out of the renting and leasing portion of having to go out and find places to live and do that, to actually owning a home. It builds home pride and ownership in the city of Desert Hot Springs, and that's what we want to move towards. So more to come in the future. This isn't going to happen overnight. The budget's got to be approved by the state legislator. We've got to move towards policies and all kinds of things, and then the grant process will happen through the state, and this is going to take some time. But I think it was a good conversation. I was there to tell Desert Hot Springs' story, and I was there to make sure Desert Hot Springs had a seat at the table. Floods, we've had a lot of rain, a lot more rain than we've seen in the last 10 years. Be careful out there. We saw a lot of people trying to cross through the washes. We're still working plans with our transportation agency to make sure that we can get some of these wash areas with overpasses, or at least Arizona crossings. And we're working towards a couple real key ones on Dillon Road a little longer here in the near future with construction. So we'll talk more about those as time goes on, but please, as the season continues and we get more rains, be smart. If you see a road closed sign, don't go past it, and please don't cross washes with lots of water in them. You're just putting your life in jeopardy, along with our public safety agencies that have to come out and save you. Exciting news about our City Hall. I know we've been talking about this for the last year or so. We came in really overpriced on the construction bids last year, and the city manager said, no, let's go back to the drawing board. We're not going to spend $8 million, $9 million on a City Hall that we can do for around $5 or $6 million. So we went back to the drawing board with a new architect, and the bids have come in. We're pretty excited about them. It looks like we'll be breaking ground in another month or so and start construction this summer for the new City Hall. This is going to cost about a quarter of the price that most City Halls are costing in Southern California right now, and we're going to get about 13,000 square feet new for our city staff to get out of those trailers and get into a new City Hall, professional City Hall here in downtown Desert Hot Springs, right at the corner of Palm and Pearson. And we'll talk more about that and give you some more detailed plans as we break ground next month. Road projects, we've been talking about these for the last 3 years, and finally some of them are coming to fruition. We're pretty excited. We've been delayed on the Camino Aventura light poles because of the manufacturer was behind. It looks like here in about a month they'll be delivered, they'll be installed, and the light will be up along that corridor with the transportation grant that we received. You're going to start seeing construction as Caltrans has finally approved everything. Also, the portion from Hacienda Pearson will also start construction soon. So this year is going to be great because Palm Drive, the safety corridor, will actually be enhanced with all the lighting, the new bike lanes, the new roadways, everything that we've been pushing for. Unfortunately, government takes too long sometimes, but we're finally going to get to that point. You're seeing new sidewalk projects on Desert View come down from the Cabot Yerxa Elementary School. That project's begun. That's going to be a safety route for kids to be able to walk safely on new sidewalks. So that's exciting for our community also. And a lot more projects coming in the near future. And we'll talk about those as time goes on. Again, I'm always in the office on Tuesdays. If you ever have any questions, you're more welcome to call City Hall at 760-329-6411 and ask to be on my schedule. Or you can pop in on Tuesdays. Most Tuesdays I am here, but please call just to verify that I am in the office. Sometimes I have meetings outside the office. If you want to be involved, we have an education committee, a veterans committee, and a human rights committee. Human rights are focused on some renters and leaseholders' rights right now, so that's important if you want to be involved in that committee. We'll talk with the chairs of those committees next month and talk a little bit more about where they're going in the future. And then we've got some exciting events coming up this month. On the 22nd, we'll be giving our Senior Inspiration Award out to Larry Buchanan, a resident of Desert Hot Springs who's really been on our Planning Commission, our CCAC, and other things in our community, and he will be our inspiration this year. And then the Big Heart Awards put on by the Noon Rotary Club. They've been doing this for the last 3 years. It's been a fantastic opportunity to give a Big Heart Award out to volunteers and teachers and public safety officials and employees of Desert Hot Springs for their big hearts here in Desert Hot Springs. So I'll be giving out 2 awards this year as mayor of Desert Hot Springs, and we're pretty excited about those. So with that said, have a great month. We'll see you back in about 30 days.